Hi guys, just doing a trade review of a stock I actually had a chance to kind of sit down and walk through this morning. So this is literally a paper trade, paper and pen. I don't get much chances at work to actually, full on paper trade because I don't have my software or anything like that there. But what I was looking at is the Cdti, and today there was an opportunity for an ORB. I found it on a Gapper scanner and then via Twitter. So pulled up the daily. I drew in kind of some resistance lines, so it's the daily chart, and I just kind of went with a couple current resistance spots to kind of see where we might run into problems today. So drew a resistance line all the way across here and here, and then if I go down to a 1 minute chart, I got rid of the indicators that I used just for the sake of being able to see this a little more clearly. Get to the right area here. So most of my day trading is going to have to happen within the first couple of hours of the day. So especially right out of the bat, I've just come to like these ORB plays. So I play them on a 1 minute chart because I find that a lot of times I don't even find an entry. Later on, this might be a little bit riskier. But I only watched just one or two stocks, maybe tops. So I feel like I can keep up with the pace though. So it opened up here. The high day was sitting at 239, I believe. So I was kind of just watching it. And as it approached that 239 mark, my goal would be to buy it right as it breaks that for the ORB with the stop underneath that first candle or the low there. So on this one, the low would have been at 230. So I would have had a 10-cent stop as it breaks this. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get it perfect, even though I would preload up my shares. So with the 10-cent risk on this, I mean, really, I'd be comfortable with about 1,000 shares. So I'm risking only $100 on the trade. If I get below this mark right here, I'd be stopping out on it. So as it breaks this, again, this is a paper trade, like literally paper and pen. So, I would assume I wouldn't get filled right at 240. It'd probably be more of that lower 240s to mid 240 range. Shoots right through both of the resistance lines that I had on here, so those won't even really be an issue on this at all. Really fast play, so I took my moving averages and VWAP and everything off just because within this period it's going to lag so much. It's not really a good line of support for me anyway. So as far as reviewing this trade, they won't really help at all. My first target on this, or I guess I didn't really have a target in place. I just typically sell into pops, right around the 30 to 40 cents, depending on how quickly I'm moving. I started to get out of this around the 290 range, or actually a little bit higher. I kind of let it creep up, but I kind of missed my shot there. So I was getting out right around the 290 range. So that'd be, roughly a 35 cent to 40 cent gain. Now I like to scale out, so that'd be, half of my position on an early morning play like that. So out 500 shares with about a 35 cent to 40 cent gain. So that's pretty good up. As it kind of pulled back here, I didn't do anything. Actually, I just kind of let it keep riding up to the 330. I missed the top here, and as it started to pull back, I was getting out of it right in here, this candle right here. As we're finishing below this, I'm scaling all the way out. I didn't keep a lotto share or anything like that. I mean, that's such a large gain. It's almost coming up on a full buck right around this area, about 80 to 90 cents. So I just cashed out completely there. And then, at that point I was done with the trade. So I felt pretty good with the ORB. I do like these. I don't know. I guess I just don't have enough screen time I haven't been burnt by many of them. I like them quick and easy like this, and they pop so hard right off the bat. It's just such an opportunity to make the good money. So, but I sold into the first spike, kind of in the hindsight here, re-looking at this. I was up 35 to 40 cents in my head, so I figured like it'd be a pretty good place to take profits, and booking the profits, especially decent profits, always good. At the same time, this is probably where a lot of people were loading the boat. It was a pullback. It's not getting anywhere near bottoming out that candle. So, I probably could have added here instead of pulling out, or maybe not even sold. But like I said, I just wanted to book some profits. And then when I was getting up into here, I wasn't ready to sell until it gave me the indicator here. So that's kind of what I had going on here. Couple things that I've been doing a little bit differently, and I'm not 100% used to them now, but on my daily charts, I like to add the MACD in now. Not gonna lie, I don't fully know how to read it, but I like how it's for me, this is a pretty good indicator of charting that momentum. So kind of when I was getting out of the stock here, down here, the volume, the green bars are, obviously coming towards a reversal area. So that to me is also a good sign that I want to get out on this. And then the same here, I had slow stochastics I've started to use on my daily charts. I don't know why, to tell you the truth. I just kind of like to have them in there just because I like the stochastics as an indicator in general. But, kind of same idea. We're right in here. We're kind of staying around that overbought zone. And, the runners obviously can run forever. But, it doesn't make me feel bad getting out of the trade there. I feel like I played it pretty good. I didn't time it perfectly, of course. But, all in all, that would have been... had I had 1,000 shares in this, I would have got about 35 to 40 cents on my first partial, and then about another 40 to 45 cents on this one. So that'd have been a good trade all around. But this is one of the only ones I've had time to kind of sit down and be in front of. I didn't have much going on at work. I had my laptop handy, so I could at least peek at it. So, all right, guys, thanks.